Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto, and this is your Week 16 portfolio update. You know, Jada, I always go first in this video. I always go first. I have a $500 DCA, so we start there. But your $100 per week DCA that we've been doing for 16 weeks now, I think you should go first today. What do you think?
I mean, hello, I am Jada the Glitter Queen. Yes, I would love to go first. So, week 16, we got $1,600 invested, you guys. I'm still low in the red. We're down $146, which is just roughly 9%. So, it's fine. But I'm down $58 in Algorand. Algorand bled a little on me. I wasn't expecting that. I also am not surprised and long-term hold, so it's fine. I'm up $21 on the graph. My heart and soul. I am down $90 on VeChain. I am down 38 on HBAR, 56 on Cardano, and I am up $83 on freaking Jasmy. Like, let's go. Shout out the Jesse Walker. You changed my entire perspective on Jasmy. So lastly, I'm down $8 on Chainlink. So with that all being said, this week, $100, I'm putting that into the graph. I'm putting that into my OG buy. And I want AJ to go ahead and pull up the graph chart because I can't read charts the way AJ can, but I can tell you that if you look on the screen, once AJ pulls it up, you can see the 2023 high. And we keep just bouncing off of that.
Yeah.
And that, is slightly bullish to me because as long as we stay above that, I can breathe.
I completely agree. The graph has done a very good job holding that value, because if you kind of split up the graph into two parts, the doldrums of the bear market with support resistance right here, and then us coming up, we hit 50 cents in March, which was great, by the way. But now we've come down, we've bounced, and then when we bounced this time, we didn't even go all the way to touch it. We actually put in a slightly higher low, which is even more bullish long-term, structurally speaking, here on this 4-hour chart. So what you got to keep in mind with the graph is that, this local high, that becomes a target. And from where we are right now, I mean, we are an about 82% pump away. I'll take that too from the local high for the graph, not to mention, we have support resistance here at 31.8. That would be about a 20% pump, 35.6, a 33.8% pump, and other smaller support resistance levels along the way. So I would like to see the graph on the 4-hour, fight above, close above the 50 EMA, maybe get a bull cross in here. But really the truth of the matter here with the graph is that as long as we keep holding this 2023 high, which is a massive support resistance, we are sitting pretty, and it's a good place to accumulate where we are with the graph. I completely agree with you putting your DCA, and the graph is your favorite coin.
It's my favorite coin, and it's a nice buying price right now. It's fine.
I totally agree. And to be honest with you, I will be buying some graph this week as well. Right. I think this is a perfect place to buy the graph. So with my portfolio here, I have about $7,200 invested in this portfolio. It would be $7,500 at $500 a week, but I took a $300 dent selling Sand, PAL, and Avalanche in the negative, and I did that, and I put all of that money plus a couple extra hundred into Jasmy, and that is what saved a lot of the gains in this portfolio. I did that. Yeah, not Jesse didn't save both of us. I was already buying. Oh, Jasmy. Okay. Well, Jesse is the person we did the price prediction video with, who is my old friend from school who made a lot of money on Jasmy.
He helped put Jasmy back on our radar.
Yeah, he did help us put it back on our radar, and he deserves credit for that. So with my portfolio right now, I'm down 216 in the graph, which is crazy, and it is the leader of my portfolio, but half of my DCA for this week, 250, will be going into the graph. It is a great place to accumulate. I believe in this project long term. I'm down, all right, 216 in the graph. I'm down 56 in HBAR, down 107 in Algorand, down 128 in VeChain. All these coins need to come back, and they will. And where we are is not a bad place to accumulate any of those coins. I'm up I'm up $89 on Phantom. I'm up $295 in the Phemex token. I've been talking about the Phemex token extensively. It's at $1.27 right now. When everything else flash crashed, it kind of wobbled and kept going. That coin does not care, and most of the supply is staked, which is why it holds so much of its value. If you want to sign up for the exchange Phemex, click the link down below there. Big shout out to them for sponsoring this channel. I'm down $91 in AERO Arrow. I think that one will come back. That was kind of a pick, a kind of a splash pick that I still think will perform over time. And then lastly, I'm up $679 on my $1,000 Jasmy buy. Not bad, not bad at all. I will be buying more Jasmy. I thought about buying more Jasmy today. But I'll show you why I'm kind of on the fence with it. And then at the end, I'll show you which coin I'm actually buying. But all in all, I have $7,200 invested in this bag. I'm up $465, which is about 6.5%. Not bad. Nothing crazy after 16 weeks of investing, but this has been a roller coaster since we started this. We went up to the local top. We were up big, and then we have come down, and we're riding the ride right now. But guys, keep in mind, we are holding both of these portfolios for at least another year, until the projected top of the bull run. These bags, at least I imagine both these bags to somewhere between 6 to 10x. We'll probably have an exit conversation when the time comes. People always want to know my exit strategy. I'm not going to talk about it now, because right now we don't need to be talking exit strategies. We need to be talking DCA accumulation strategies. You need to be working as much as you can. You need to get you have to be patient. You need to be consistent, and you need to do what you can to get all the money into the middle. So when the time comes, we can actually pump. What the flash crash is, all this craziness with the market, that is the market trying to manipulate you. That is the market trying to convince you to get out. Don't give in to those emotions. Trade without emotion and be consistent. And that's what we are doing. So half of my DCA, 250 going into the graph. But before we get into the coin I'm actually buying with the second half, I do want to go over just really fast. The stock market, the S&P, broke out and up out of this ascending triangle here, putting in all-time highs as a direct result of the CPI numbers coming in. The FOMC meeting is happening today. Hopefully, Jerome will tell us we will eventually get those interest cuts that we've been waiting for all year. The perfect storm is brewing. Of course, they're going to bolster the numbers to make them look better than they are, because there's an election coming and they want to pretend that everything's fine and dandy. So let them do that, and that will consequently pump the stock market. And when the stock market pumps, the stock market is a representation of risk assets. So there's not a complete correlation between Bitcoin and the stock market, but there is some correlation. Correlation is not causation, but you get my point. Bitcoin, on the other hand, just like with the graph, holding that support resistance level, Bitcoin broke out of this channel. We had an inverse head and shoulders here. It actually came up right to around the measured move that was there. And 66,000, it's actually the exact number is 66,093. I just put 66,000 there as the rough number. But look, we bounced here, we bounced here, and we bounced here again. This is what we want to see Bitcoin coming up. We are in kind of between this range here, in between 66,000 and about 72,000. Let's hope Bitcoin can get above and stay above 70,000. But with this bounce, as long as Bitcoin holds 66,000, I have the green light on for altcoins. Taking a quick look at the Jasmy chart, and the reason I'm not buying it this week is because, it did come down, and all of these levels were given in my Telegram group before it even broke down out of this ascending broadening. All these levels were here before. And look, it broke down out of ascending broadening, lost support resistance, came to this support resistance, and pumped perfectly back. And you would have seen that happen in real time before all this even happened if you were a member of the Telegram group. Nevertheless, with Jasmy, it is great that it reclaimed 0.37. Let's hope it gets back into the fours. I would feel better about buying Jasmy if it worked its way back into this channel and back into the fours than I would now, because there is still in the back of my head, I'm like, will it just come up and get shut back down? Of course, that worry is always there, but considering that it structurally broke out of an ascending broadening, structurally speaking, it's hard for me to buy Jasmy at this point in time. But we do have a bull cross coming here on small time frames. I don't hate this chart over time. I will be buying more, but I wanted to explain my caution with it at this moment. Guys, if you want to join, wait.
No, the alpha group. That's what I'm touching on.
Thank you.
You're like, no, the bread and butter. That's what I was going to touch on. That's what I got from this whole spiel about Jasmy, you guys. You know what I got from it? If you were in the Telegram group, you could have made some serious gains.
Yep.
So, You know what to do. ajalphagroup@gmail.com.
Yep.
It's super easy. You'll get a semi-automated email that has some steps for you to follow. Read it thoroughly, do the steps, and then you get access.
Actually, this morning I had a message come in, a DM. Someone told me that, AJ, I've never had $100,000 to my name before. I've never had $100,000 to my name before. I started your group 6 weeks ago with 35 grand, and now I'm at 100.
What?
Yep.
You never told
I
me.
know. We haven't really yet. Yeah. And those, and they know who they are. Those are the messages that make this group worth it. Hey, I paid my car off. I paid my mortgage off. Blah, blah. I'm systematically trying to educate as many people as I can. If you want to grab this bull market by the horns, join the Telegram group. And now, without further ado, the coin that I'm actually buying this week is no other than Phantom FTM. It is a big winner in my portfolio. I'm up $89 on my $700 investment. I'm putting $250 into this coin. And guys, like, if you kind of consider these support resistance levels similar to the graph or even Bitcoin, we have a big SR level here at around 60 cents. Phantom held this level, worked its way back up, and some of these little smaller numbers were for the Telegram group. With the 64 alarm going off, if you went long from that alarm, if you set the alarms like we do in the group, you'd be up about 8%, 7.9%, 22 hours. Shout out to anybody in the group who nailed that trade. But now Phantom is working up. It has worked its way back into this downtrend here. But I think that eventually over time, it's closing on the 2 hour above the 50 EMA. That is a good step. I would like to see it hold this little 668 and work its way back into the 70s. I think over time with the Sonic upgrade, a lot of big news in the ecosystem, I really, really like Phantom. So buying 250 in Phantom, 250 in the graph. And lastly, the last chart I want to show you today is no other than Algorand. This is a big deal because if you consider back in the past year, on the way up this hill, we've always talked about this 16-cent level with Algorand. Back, early in 2023, I was saying we get past 16 cents, we're going to rip. We came up to 16 cents. We pumped insane. From when we hit 16 cents in December, 15 days later, a 56% pump. And then look what happened. 16 cents is a magnet for Algorand. You know why? It did that 56% pump. It came back down to where? 16 cents. It went below it a little bit. It tried to scare you, but honestly, it bounced off the 200 EMA right there. Oh, let me. It bounced off the 200 EMA right here. And that's what it was important at that time. All right. And then look what happened. It went from 16 cents all the way back up the hill. And I mean, all the way back up the hill, 106% in about 41 days, 106%. Amazing. Guess what? Algorand's back at 16 cents. If you paid attention to this cycle, to how Algorand moves, you will know that when it gets to 16 cents, that is the point in time where you should buy Algorand. Not to mention, the Decipher conference is coming this month. We are going to Barcelona. We check into our flight in 8 days, I think. And I don't know any news, but I do know that Algorand saves their announcements for their conferences. So I am expecting some big news to come out of the Algo camp at Decipher.
They have like a new CMO. There's like some new things going on.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if, just like any other coin, when some good news comes in, we see a healthy pump.
Yeah,
so
I agree. And look at where it is. We were 16 before, we bounced, we came back down to 16, we bounced, we went to 16 here. And even the last time we were here recently, we came to 16 and we pumped 62% in 12 days. Insane. And now guess what? We're at 16 cents again. This is the time to accumulate Algorand. And to remedy that, I am adding an extra $500 DCA this week in this portfolio towards Algorand. I'm putting my money where my mouth is on this 16-cent theory, and it's currently just under 17 cents. As you can see here, we can even zoom in a little bit. It has
That's so not fair.
It came down here. It scared it. It always scares you just a little bit. Oh, we're gonna lose it, and then it just pops back up immediately. And now on the 2-hour chart, it just had a close above the 50 EMA. It's working its way back up. I would not be surprised to see Algorand maybe even 20 cents, 19 to 20 cents here in the next week or so. Maybe even sooner. But there you go. Do you want to put an extra $100 in Algorand?
This isn't fair. If you're putting in more, I get to put in more.
Okay.
Like, what the hell?
All right. So 100 for the graph, 100 Algorand. I went 250 graph, 250 Phantom, 500 Algorand. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Guys, my name is AJ Writes Crypto.
I'm Jada, the glitter queen.
Smash the like button. I want to know down below in the comments, what are you investing in? And guys, the spam bots in the comments, I got to find a way. I got to figure out something. The ASM 715,000R.
No, I work on that. Like,
okay.
I occasionally.
They got to go, guys. But guys, I want to actually know the real people. I want to know down below in the comments, what are you buying? We want a DCA.
You didn't even say what I was buying with my extra $100.
The graph and Algorand.
Maybe I don't want to buy Algorand.
No, we're buying. It's Algorand or nothing. Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right. Get rich or get wrecked. Have a safe rest of your day. Peace.
Bye.